Counselor Geragos, first, help us understand what changed and what could still change.
Well, what changed was, I think, when we discovered or were able to get the declaration of Roy Rosello, who was a member of Menudo, and he declared under penalty of perjury that he too was molested by Jose in the house, in the family house. You combine that with the letter that Erik had written prior to the killings, 8 months prior, to his cousin, who's now dead, Andy Cano. And we combined that together and we filed back in May of last year what's called a writ of habeas corpus, which is a fancy legal term, Latin term, for basically set aside this conviction, bring me the body under the Latin. Also, since that time that we filed the habeas corpus, the changes in California law have allowed for what's called resentencing. And George Gascon, who's the DA here in Los Angeles, has a robust resentencing unit in which they take a look at sentences that were imposed years ago that were wildly disproportionate to what they might be today. And we are running down both those parallel tracks. We've supplied to them all kinds of information, what we call mitigation information, about them, and we're hoping now, and today was kind of an amazing day from our standpoint, that even 30 days before an election, and mind you, part of the argument that I've been making for a year and a half is that these guys were convicted because of DA electoral politics some 30 years ago. Mind you, the evidence portion of their second trial, where you mentioned they were convicted, started 8 days after the acquittal of O.J. Simpson, and the DA was on his heels at that point, and they needed a conviction.
Also, Mark, remind people, what was the difference between the first and second trial?
Well, first trial, 2 juries. Those juries heard the abuse evidence. Both juries, deliberating separately, the majority found not guilty of murder. They were hung juries between murder and manslaughter. Second time around, 8 days after the O.J. acquittal, they was 1 jury. They largely were prevented from presenting evidence of the abuse. And then what always has galled me is the DA got up in the closing argument in front of just 1 jury this time and argued that it was an abuse excuse when he knew very well that he was the one who had convinced the judge to exclude the lion's share of the abuse evidence that the juries, 2 separate juries, had heard and hung on in the first time around.
Rosie, thank you for your patience. And I know you know all this already, but the audience has got to get up to speed.
Yes.
So first of all, how was this news today met by the brothers?
Well, I called them after I spoke to Mark last night about doing this appearance, and I said, what's going on? And they said, they're hesitant to hope. After being in jail and prison for 35 years and being abused for his childhood up to that point, these men don't have a lot of bandwidth to hope for what exactly happened. And, I want to thank the millennial culture of all these kids online who said, we learned about this in government class, we learned about this in civics, and how did this happen? And they started the Free the Menendez Brothers online, and it got people interested in the documentary about Roy Rosello, the Menudo member, and how he was savagely raped by Jose and was bleeding. And it was a very horrifying depiction of what happened to him and what happened to him ever since. And then with the Lyle letter that came out, it was like there's so much new evidence that they must take a look at the fact that in 1989, no one was ready to believe that fathers raped their sons, but they do, and it's scary.
Or they didn't want to. We were so different the way we were raised in terms of cultural awareness, until of stereotypes and what is a man and how a man's supposed to behave. It was so different that millennials can't even picture it. They don't even see it in their own parents because we're all loving them so much to make up for how we were raised. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.